These ridiculous Bose commercials, sounds good. You know, what sounds good? People getting murdered over money, people dying from disease from industrialized stress and mechanization and stress. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, I sit and watch sports now. They have these kids are so gosh damn obnoxious. They were bad when I was playing. As I would played back around the time when they came up with Jordan rules and the Detroit Pistons and Chuck Daly and all that stuff. And it was that culture was permeant when I was trying to play, and they were dirty and mean and vicious, and I just quit playing. I thought to myself that I would teach and coach and teach people to be healthy and do things right and not do anything just to win, because that's just vicious and disgusting. And we're not animals, we're human beings, right? And it's different being an animal, when you live out here in the country and stuff. You worry about your cats when you go out a little bit, hey, be careful, because they can get eaten, by other animals and run over by idiots in cars and things like that. It happens quite frequently, right? And as we had for a while ago there, we didn't have Messer till the girls left. We had 4 cats, then we were down to 2, then we had 3, now we're down to 2. And so when you live out here in the country, people, oh, that's just no, it happens. It's nature. But the thing is those are animals and we're human beings. And human beings are distinctively different to animals. Human beings can empathize and be respectful. Human beings can understand and the value of life, the beauty of life. Whales, like on Star Trek, and dolphins don't sit there and gaze past the stars and look into the stars and study the constellations and understand gravity and other things like that and stuff. So whales don't have the same capacity. Dolphins don't. Jellyfish and squids and stuff, they don't have the same capacity to understand life and be able to respect and maintain the laws required to maintain really good lives. Right? Animals are just not like that. So saying that we're animals is insulting the gift of our lives and the essence of the gift of our lives. Right? So you need to quit doing shit like that, you stupid egomaniacs. You fucking suck, and I can't stand the way you abuse children with your patheticness and your egos. Patheticness a word? It is now. And so it's pretty fucked up. But watching these people have low regard for existence, for life, for nature, for love. The other day there was a roach, and it'll crawl up your leg or into your slipper and stuff in the bathroom. I stepped on it. I thought I had killed it, and I saw it was still moving. So I had to take my slipper and just squash it so hard that it wouldn't feel anything, Just because, it just makes you feel bad. It's a roach, I know, but you just don't want the roach suffering. You want to put it out of its misery. You're like, he's so hard. No, I just don't want roaches crawling up my nose and in my mouth. Things like that, and crawling on you in the bed. If you ever had that, it's not fun. I remember that time when we had that house on Amapola in Sierra Vista, and that one room that I was going to put Kate in that I turned into the weight room had a crack in the closet, and sewer roaches would come in through it. And me and Amy were in the bed there when my in-laws were staying in our bedroom, and some roaches crawled across our bodies. Amy jumped out of the bed and screamed so loud. I was like, okay, and that's when I decided, okay, Kate's going in the room with the girls. I'm putting the crib in there because there's no crack with the sewer roaches that go out through there in that room. And I put a weight bench in a weight room in there. I was just not going to have my little baby in a crib where roaches could get in and crawl across. I was like, oh, no. Right. So, yeah, I remember that distinctly, like it was yesterday. There's a lot of memories I have like it was yesterday. I have this, like Sheldon. I do have a really good memory. It's not eidetic like Sheldon's. It's more based on just moments in my life where there was an important decision made, or it affected me because it was, right after the birth of a child and stuff. So I remember certain things like that, like it was just yesterday, or it's kind of traumatic experiences, like when we were moving from Sierra Vista, and Amy didn't want me to leave, and we had to leave, and we packed up, and she was going to the apartment and stuff, and I balled up on the ground in the weight room and cried for about 20 minutes because I was wondering what the hell was wrong with my wife. And I found out it wasn't my wife. It was people like you that give us Craven and the SEC and guys that I hate that shit with the whole too small to cover guard or whatever, stuff like that. I was so disrespectful. And just, when you're out there being healthy and exercising because we're not raping, looting, and pillaging with other men that want to go home to their wife and kids and make sure we don't have toxins in the environment for corporations to run around feeling like they're heroes because they take care of people's cleft lips. You do things right and you have a less stressful and a less toxic environment. You'll have a lot of kids with better teeth and better development, less cleft lips and things and stuff like that. That happens because of stress in the environment and the toxins in nature that don't help the kid develop properly. And it's not just affecting their lip, it affects your brain activity, it affects your heart, your kidneys, your lungs, and things like that. And so when that kind of neglect and that kind of abuse and that kind of animalistic behavior that human beings should have ended years ago continues and perpetuates, it affects us all psychologically, emotionally, and physiologically. You physically fit murderers are not emotionally healthy. You're not as strong as me. I can survive the most disgusting psychological, emotional, and mental attacks without becoming a raging, screaming, murdering lunatic. And they know from studying me my whole life and studying me when they physically assaulted me in Sierra Vista that I can kill just about anybody I need to. I would say I don't want to kill anybody. Anybody I need to with my bare hands. More efficiently and more rapidly than any of those cage fighters or jocks on TV advertising. And well, when I played sports, I amped it down all the time because people would try to hurt me. When I did something absolutely spectacular, people thought well, it was just an aberration. He didn't mean to do it. It was just maybe adrenaline rush. Just no, when I played against really good players, I did really amazing things. When I played against guys that weren't as amazing, I just have fun and play. I never tried to embarrass people. When they started shit, I had really good moves. And I wasn't going to not move. I wasn't going to not do my stutter step, my hitch hop, my other dribbles, my things to get open and break open and create for my teammates because I wanted to have fun. Because it's fun to be able to dribble the ball between your leg around the back. It's fun to do that. And I also noticed, like I told Dad, on certain things, like I'd come down the middle, I'd dribble between the legs and do certain things to attract them to try to come to me to open up opportunities for my teammates. And they used to always do that, and I would even tell them. I told Isaac, I would say layup, and my teammate would get a layup, and they'd still have three guys trying to come and stop me. But you guys do know that, okay. And it didn't bother me, so I just let it go. And then just, and Jimmy and a lot of the other kids loved playing with me because that happened. Ray, Charlie, a lot of people really loved playing basketball with me because I could create lots of opportunities for them to get baskets. Bart said that too. He goes, if you do what you do, I can get an open basket or just one-on-one coverage, and it's hard to guard somebody one-on-one when they're a good athlete. So you sit there and you look at it and you explain it, and you're like, I don't know why all these guys get so damn cocky. I'm more intelligent than you. I was a better athlete than you. I got a better immune system. I'm intellectually superior to most of you. I can explain things in a non-condescending, kind, intelligent, patient manner to help people do things intelligently. Like they had that thing with the kids, I can't do this by myself. I need to be connected. What do you need to do? And is it necessary and does it need doing? Okay. Do you know how to believe in loving people free from extortion, exploitation, and irrational, aggressive, violent sex culture stress? Well, then you're on an Old Navy commercial and you need help because you're too stupid to realize that you're setting up conditions that not all people can compete in, and then they end up 1,000-pound sisters or best friends. And that's wrong to do to people. It's wrong to have them compare and compete and abuse. When you do compare, you need to look, why is someone like Judah Krishnamurti, why is Jesus Christ, why is Muhammad of Mecca, why is the Buddha and the Krishna, why are they considered superior to other individuals? Okay. And how do we get to the point where we no longer have the Leprechaun's Christmas Gold, Pinocchio's Christmas, and Ratkin and Bash selling us magical stories, so we'll go shopping at their stores instead of living the intelligence and the wisdom of Lord Solomon and Confucius, who's very similar to Solomon. All right. And so it's frustrating. Chinese can't gripe about how pathetic and barbarian we are. They're acting just like us. And they have Confucius and we have Solomon. And neither one of us are living that intelligently, that humbly, and with that kind of wisdom. So it completely, utterly sucks, to see people carry on this way. It's disgusting. I'm going to load this one up. I'm helping the technology get better. If you're paying attention and you're a human being, hey, be humble and be righteous and be a good person for your spouse and your kids and really love them for the first time in your life. If you're too arrogant to acknowledge me, then you may end up dead in a car crash and, by cancer or something like that. And people say, well, that guy, he tried to stand up for you. No, he didn't. He did not. Because when you stand up for me, you tell everybody you know, and then they all agree it's right, and you get up and do it. So anybody who's a celebrity who's died between January 22nd, 2013 and now wasn't doing things the way I do things. I tell everybody I meet, it's time to live the Lord's Prayer. Let's do this. You're given life by the glory of grace, and I completely adore you. So, Chadwick Boseman didn't do that. Steve Jobs didn't do that. None of you are doing that. Get up and do it right, and we'll all do it. And we will be loved, and it'll be beautiful to love and be loved. All right? Hop sing to it. We got food to eat, and people to fresh air to breathe, and clean water to drink, and houses built to last without extortion, exploitation, and manipulation and home invasion through scientists who perceive themselves as superior to people because they treat them like animals, and they feel like they're a superior animal, which is sick and just ridiculous. We don't need any more Mufasa movies and any more propaganda movies. We need real, faithful, loving peace.